ELI5 Why can't we use electricity to kill microorganisms in small amount of water? Can electric current kill all living organisms in clear non-muddy water to make it drinkable? Putting electricity through water has the potential to produce other chemicals in the water that you would like to avoid. I just want to put a slight spin on things. You can't kill small organisms, even some insects, in a microwave because the actual microwaves have a long enough wavelength that it doesn't produce a high enough gradient to heat their tiny bodies up. The wavelength is longer than the insect's body, so it doesn't do anything. So we can't use electrical activity per se. But we can use electron radiation, beta irradiation, to sterilize food. You shoot an electron beam at the fruit and it kills microorganisms living inside. The fruit doesn't rot as fast now. Downside: you're probably killing the good microorganisms as well. Oops. Electricity works on potentials. Horses are particularly sensitive to electric shock because their front and back legs are a good distance apart. The voltage difference is large. They can even die by walking on ground near a broken electrical connection that a human wouldn't detect because of close together feet. There is a system of electro-fishing where current is passed into water to stun fish so they float to the surface to be caught. Counterintuitively, you can stun a large fish with a smaller current than needed to stun small fish. Now imagine the size of a microorganism. Killing the organisms in water by any means doesn't make it safe to drink. They dead corpses and other waste from them is still in the water and is just as dangerous to consume. That is why water needs to be actively filtered to be clean. That is how they kill harmful algae in the lake in my city. Apply current across electrodes suspended from a motorboat crisscrossing the lake slowly. It's not just the little organisms that can make you sick. Their poop can also make you sick. No amount of electricity is going to magic that away. If you do it long enough, then the water gets hot and boils and everything dies. It makes poison though. Electrical current requires energy to produce. Heat requires energy to produce. Energy is expensive. All else equal, a process that is less expensive is preferable. The energy it takes to sterilize water with heat is less than the energy it takes to sterilize it with electricity. Therefore, sterilizing water with heat is preferable to doing so with electric current. You would probably waste an awful lot of electricity without being able to reach all the microorganisms. Ultrasound might be an answer though. I have seen a Swiss startup develop an ultrasound machine that you run your water through the vibrations field, or as Chromatron points out, the cavitation has the effect of breaking down anything molecular that crosses it. Because electricity kills you either by stopping your heart or burning you, it would take a ridiculous amount of energy to thermally kill the microbes. And they don't have a heart or circulatory system, so that's out the window. Direct electricity would not get you the effect you want. But UV wands exists that can do what you're saying. People use them for backpacking and camping. Depends on the water. Pure water is actually an insulator. So that wouldn't work. If it has ions dissolved, e.g. salt, not sugar, or soap, don't drop the radio in the tub, then it becomes a conductor and then, depending on what is in the water, might kill it. But then you're left with ionized, salty, soapy, other water full of muck. Just boil it, dude. Like boiling the water? Sure we can.